human brain. Human brain is also called as encephalon, and the study of detailed structure of brain is called as encephalogy. All of you know that brain is an important part of our body. So it is a central information processing organ of body, and it controls different movements like voluntary, involuntary movements, intelligence, thought, memory. Each and every activity of our body is controlled by brain, and hence it is also known as or acts as command and control center of our body. Then there is a morphological structure of human brain, or the main features of brain. In human, the brain is ectodermal in origin. That is, it originates from ectodermal. Ectoderm. Second point, it is a main part, and as it is a delicate, it is protected by hard brain box or covering called as cranium. It is well protected into the skull by hard cranium. It is soft, whitish or pinkish in color. It shows many gyri and sulci, that is convolutions and depressions, which appears a wrinkled area, and due to this wrinkled area, it looks like walnut. It looks like a walnut. Then the weight of human brain, that is, it measures about 1300 to 1400 grams, or simply it is 1.5 kg in weight. Then volume of human brain is also same, that is 1300 to 1500 cc, that is cubic centimeter. It is also called as cranial capacity of human brain, or volume of human brain is about 1300 to 1400 cc. And the brain matures or develops or attains its full size at the age of 6 years. At the age of 6 years. Then human brain is made up of many neurons. That is, neuron is the structural and functional unit of brain, or it is also known as nerve cell. There are 86 billion or up to 86 to 100 billion neurons are present into the brain. And among these nerve cells or neurons, there are second type of cells called as neuroglial cells. These neuroglial cells, which is 10 times more or nearly about 900 billion in number, and it gives support. It is called as supportive cells, and it is present among these neurons and gives support to neurons, as well as it gives or provides nutrition to neurons, as well as it provides protection to nerve cell. All of you know that the nerve cell is the largest cell in our body, and it does not develop or lacks cell division. As it forms, then it cannot develops or regenerates or does not show any cell division. It is the largest cell in our body, and there are about 100 billion neurons. These neurons shows neuroglial cells, or among these neurons there is the presence of neuroglial cells, which acts as a supportive cells and provides nutrition and protection to the neurons. Then next character, the neurons, the brain shows cavities. Cavities inside the brain is called as ventricles, and these ventricles are internally lined by ependymal cells which secretes fluid, that is called cerebrospinal fluid. We already studied what is cerebrospinal fluid and the functions of cerebrospinal fluid. So these cavities are filled with this cerebrospinal fluid. Then There is absence of lymph. Lymph is an important fluid which is absent in nervous system or central nervous system. In the central nervous system, there is absence of lymph. Then the neurons which utilize or receive 50% of blood by heart, circulated by heart, that is nearly about 750 ml of blood per minute. It requires 750 ml of blood per minute, and these neurons also needs energy. So this energy is also provided by our body, and it requires about 40% of glucose which is utilized by these neurons. Then next is brain divides into three parts. There are three main parts of brain, that is forebrain, midbrain, and third is hindbrain. As well as the human brain divides into four lobes, and these four lobes formed by deep sulci. So there are three different sulci which divides brain into four lobes. That is first central sulcus, second parieto-occipital sulcus, and third is lateral sulcus. So the brain divides into three regions or parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, and it shows three deep sulci by which the brain shows four lobes. The sulci which is central sulci, second is parieto-occipital sulci or sulcus, and third is lateral sulcus, which is also called as sylvian sulcus. Due to this sulcus, brain divides into four lobes. It shows four lobes. These four lobes are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. This is the structure of brain. This is outer structure or external structure, lateral view of external structure of human brain. These are the convolutions and gyri which are formed in brain. So three deep sulci which is formed here. First, it is a central sulcus. Then second, this is lateral sulcus. Lateral sulcus is also known as sylvian sulcus. And here third is this one. This deep sulcus is called occipital, parieto-occipital. As it is formed in between parietal lobe and occipital lobe, it is called parieto-occipital sulcus. So these are the three deep sulcus, and due to which brain divides into four parts. This larger important part of brain is called frontal lobe. It is frontal lobe. Then this region which is formed at the lateral sides called parietal lobe. This lobe is called occipital lobe, and this portion is called temporal lobe. So there are three sulci First is central sulcus, second parieto-occipital sulcus, and third is the lateral sulcus. Due to these three sulcus, brain divides into four lobes. First is frontal lobe, second is parietal lobe, third is temporal lobe, and fourth is occipital lobe. And the divisions of brain, that is forebrain, this part is called midbrain and this part is called hindbrain. Midbrain and hindbrain together known as brain stem. And here is also fourth bone, but it is deeply situated in mid lobe or midbrain. That is called as insula. So it is insula or cerebral cortex is also fifth lobe, but it is invisible and very short part of the brain. So next is we are going to study outline classification or the divisions of brain. Human brain divides into three parts. First is forebrain, second is midbrain, and third is hindbrain. Forebrain is also called as prosencephalon. Forebrain is also called as prosencephalon. Midbrain is also called mesencephalon. And hindbrain is called rhombencephalon. Rhombencephalon. So first of all, forebrain. This forebrain is called prosencephalon, which shows three main parts, or it includes three main regions. First part is olfactory lobe. It is a very small in human brain, olfactory lobe. As it is concerned with sense of smell, it is also called as rhinencephalon. Rhinen means nose. Rhinencephalon. It is also known as rhinencephalon. The second part is a major part of brain, that is the largest part of human brain is cerebrum, and it is known as, or it is also known as telencephalon. Telencephalon. The third part of forebrain is diencephalon. Diencephalon contains the regions of thalamus, which is concerned with epithalamus, hypothalamus and thalamus, and hence it is also known as thalamencephalon. 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 This part shows epithalamus, hypothalamus and thalamus. Then this midbrain shows two small parts formed by peduncle crura cerebri, and second part called corpora quadrigemina. Corpora quadrigemina. These are only two parts of midbrain. Midbrain is also known as mesencephalon. The third part of human brain is hindbrain, which is also called as rhombencephalon. This rhombencephalon also shows three parts. First is pons varolai. Second major part of hindbrain is cerebellum. The cerebellum is also called as metencephalon. Metencephalon. And the third part is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, as it is made up of myelin sheath. The other name for this medulla oblongata is myelencephalon. Myelin means myelin sheath, is a protein, myelin, which is important protein present into this spinal cord or medulla oblongata, and hence it is also known as myelencephalon. Myelencephalon. So this is outline classification of human brain, or the parts or divisions of human brain: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And in next lecture we are going to discuss about the functional areas of human brain. This is only about external features or morphological characters of human brain, which is important for as it controls involuntary and voluntary controls of our body. It is called as command and control center of body, as well as it is a central information processing organ of our body. And the detailed study of brain is called encephalogy. So that is about human brain or morphology of human brain.